What's going on, everyone? KJ here. Let's get right into another Beyblade Burst Battle Request. This one's coming in from Jack Frost. On our left, we have Asteroid Zeutron Z3, 0Cross Atomic. And on our right, we have Xcalius X4, 10Meteor Iron, normal mode. The sword's not going to be out, and it will be sliding shot. Let's get right into it. All right, here we go. First battle. Yeah. I've observed that even on X4, sometimes it can be hard to maintain sliding shoot pattern compared to other attack layers, just due to how, unbalanced the layer is, but, I don't know. Alright. Not much burst damage on AZ3. Alright, so Asteroid gets the first battle with an outspin, making the score 1-0, so let's move on to the second battle. Alright, here we go, second battle. Ooh, oh man. Oh wow, and still barely any burst damage. Wow, okay. Another outspin for Asteroid, making the score 2-0. So let's move on to the third battle. All right, here we go. Third battle. Ooh, started things off pretty good. But let's see if it can do anything with that good start. Oh, very nice. All right. And wow, very little burst damage on X4, folks. X4 ties it up with a burst finish, of course, making the score 2-2. So let's move on to the fourth battle. All right, here we go. Fourth battle. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, barely any burst damage on Asteroid again. So that makes the score 3-2. So let's move on to the fifth battle. All right, here we go. Fifth battle. Ooh, almost a KO there. Uh-oh. Yeah. A little bit more. Hey. A little bit more, but not enough to close it out. So another outspin for Asteroid, making the score 4-2. So let's move on to the sixth battle. All right, here we go. Sixth battle. Oh, big hits there. But barely any burst damage to Asteroid again. All right, so that marks the end of this battle. Asteroid Zeutron Z3, 0Cross Atomic, defeats Xcalius X4, 10Meteor Iron. Final score being 5-2. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the final remarks, shall we?